What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Tottenham Manchester City post-match analysis video. And Jose Mourinho has done it again and Tottenham have done it again against Manchester City. An incredible game, honestly. This was almost as incredible as the first leg, if you like, the Man City-Tottenham game, where Manchester City had 30 shots, 3-0 shots, and Tottenham had 2 shots. The game ended up as a 2-2 draw. This game, it was all Manchester City. They missed the penalty, they got a red card, and they really should have been 2 or 3 goals up by the time Tottenham had their first shot, and it was Steven Bergwijn on his debut scoring the opening goal. And the Man City had like 17 shots in this game. Tottenham had just 3 shots, 2 on target, and they scored 2 goals. So in both games, Man City had a combined 47 shots, Tottenham had 5, and Man City scored 2 goals from those 47 shots. And Tottenham scored 4 goals from their 5 shots against Manchester City in both games combined. Absolutely mind-blowing stuff, honestly. If this would happen on FIFA, you would say you got E8. But this is real life and it sometimes happens. And how did Aguero and Raheem Sterling not score in this game? Aguero hit the post and then he missed the goal from 1 yard out. Usually Aguero is super clinical in these big games. He's a big game player. But today it looks like he just left his shooting boots at home. And also the penalty incident was very weird. And this showed that how incompetent Premier League referees are, because Mike Dean, who was the referee, I can safely say that he's one of the worst referees in the Premier League nowadays. He waved play on when Aurier stabbed at Raheem Sterling's leg. I think it was Raheem Sterling. He didn't get the ball, and the referee said it got the ball. And then it was play on, and 2 full minutes later, VAR puts the advice into the referee's ear that it is a penalty. So 2 minutes later, the referee stops play and awards the penalty for Manchester City, which Gundogan took for some weird reason. Why didn't Aguero take the penalty? Aguero is the top scorer for Manchester City. He's full of confidence. He's scoring goals in almost every game. And he doesn't take the penalty. I mean, why? I just don't understand. Man City have a very serious issue with penalties. They missed so many penalties under Pep Guardiola's tenure. It cost them a Champions League place last season in the semi-finals, because Tottenham knocked them out after they missed penalty. And this time, again, they miss a penalty against Tottenham. Hugo Lloris with a brilliant save. And then from the rebound, it looked like Raheem Sterling was fouled, and it could have been a second penalty in 2 minutes, but the referee waved play on, and this time VAR didn't overrule the referee. Maybe they thought Raheem Sterling was already going down when Hugo Lloris touched Raheem Sterling, and also Raheem Sterling wouldn't have gotten onto the end of the ball. But what did you think of this bonkers game? And what do you think about the fact that Liverpool are now 22 points clear of Manchester City at the top of the table, having played the same amount of games? So Liverpool only need 6 wins to get their first Premier League title, their first league title in 30 years. Liverpool are now on the brink. I can safely say that Liverpool are within touching distance. I mean, 6 wins out of the last 13 games. It is required mid-table form, and I saw an extrapolation of like the past 38 games, how the next few games will go, and if everything carries on in the same vein, which I don't think it will, then Liverpool will end up on 110 points, and Man City will end up on 82 points. So if Man City carry on in the same form, dropping the same amount of points that they did in the first 25 games, and Liverpool also do the same, Liverpool will win the title by 38 points. This is already the biggest margin ever in English top flight history, never before has a team led by 22 points. Also, in the 49th minute, when Hugo Lloris came out, he collided with the Tottenham defender, and Man City missed the first chance. The Tottenham defender clears it off the line, and then they put Gundogan in front of goal with only one centre back on the goal line and no goalkeeper. Gundogan blazes over the bar. By the way, Zinchenko's second yellow was fully justified. Man City can't have any complaints about that, because Harry Winks was bombing through, and it would have been a 2-on-1 situation because Harry Winks already put the ball past Zinchenko, and Zinchenko body checked him with the shoulder, but it was a clear foul, and that came from a very badly taken corner kick from Manchester City. So Man City, basically, they were punished for every error, every mistake that they made in this game, and also they were punished for not taking their chances, because if Man City scored their penalty, and if Aguero scores one of his two clear chances, it's 2-0 Man City. Tottenham never going to miss this game. Tottenham are not coming back from this. And this is a massive result for Tottenham, because every team above Tottenham in the table, apart from Liverpool of course, have either drawn or lost. I mean, Man United Wolves ended up in a 0-0 draw. Leicester Chelsea ended up in a 2-2 draw. So it was a perfect weekend for Tottenham. And actually now Tottenham are just 4 points behind Chelsea in the top 4 race. So the top 4 race has been blown wide open. And also Man City have to be looking over their shoulders now, because Leicester City are just 2 points behind Manchester City, and 2 game weeks from now Leicester play Manchester City, and that will be a very epic game as well. I think the title race is over. It was probably long gone and long over, but I just never wanted to say it, because you know that Liverpool fans had so many false dawns. We had so many times where our hopes and dreams of winning a title were crushed, and they were crushed in sometimes the most cruel, most brutal way. Just to mention Steven Gerrard's slip, when we were just 1 win away probably from winning the title. If we beat Chelsea, it would have been game over for Manchester City, but we lost, and we lost the title in the end. And I think that Liverpool now should concentrate on the Champions League and the FA Cup. But here lies the problem. Jurgen Klopp already said that he will keep his word. He will keep the principles that led him here to this point, and he will give all the players and the staff a 1-week holiday. So Liverpool, the first team and the management staff, will be on holiday when Liverpool plays Shrewsbury next Tuesday, so just 3 days from now. And we will play the kids. The under-23s will play that game. And also Neil Critchley is the manager of the under-23s. So in Jurgen Klopp's eyes, it makes sense that he's the manager of that game, because the kids are used to it. And Liverpool have a decent chance, but of course Shrewsbury will be licking their lips, because they could go to the 5th round or 6th round, I'm not even sure. I think it's at the 5th round. With a victory against Liverpool at Anfield. And of course, winning at Anfield is always a big incentive for any team, no matter the opposition, even if it's the Liverpool kids. The Shrewsbury will be their cup final. So I just really hope that Liverpool can go somehow past Shrewsbury and knock them out with the under-23s, because then I fully honestly believe that Liverpool have a great chance of winning a treble. Something that Liverpool has never done before in their history, something that only Manchester United have done in English football, winning the league, the FA Cup and the Champions League, or the European Cup as it was previously. In 1999 Manchester United did the treble, and to this day they are still talking about it. Also, Liverpool have a chance of winning the Premier League title and going unbeaten, something that Arsenal fans will probably talk about for the rest of Arsenal's history, and Liverpool could make those historical moments. But of course, we don't want to get too carried away. I just want the league title secured, and then we can concentrate on other competitions. But I think that Jurgen Klopp won't let the Liverpool players drop their standards. I don't think that Liverpool will let off in the Premier League, even if we win the title with like maybe 5 or 4 games to go. And it would be so spectacular if we won the title away at Everton or away at Manchester City. Those two scenarios are also possibilities. And now Manchester City, even if they win all the rest of their games, can only get to 90 points, and Liverpool are already on 73 points. So we need 18 points from the last 13 games in the Premier League to win our first league title for 30 years. Oh man, this is a beautiful, beautiful season, and it's getting better and better. It looks like everything is falling the way that Liverpool want, and I can't believe it, because we waited 30 years for the first Premier League title, that is the 19th league title in Liverpool's history, and we will win it in the most spectacular fashion it looks like possible, with the biggest margin ever possible. What is the biggest margin that a team won a title by? I want to know, because Liverpool honestly can break the record, and Liverpool can break a lot of records this season if they go the distance and if they stay unbeaten and if they win more games. Then Liverpool can rewrite the history books, which would be honestly the best thing ever, because this team, this Jurgen Klopp team, this Liverpool team needs to be remembered forever. That's my hope, that it will happen and Liverpool can last the distance, and not just like, I don't want Liverpool to maybe like win all the games, but I want us to stay unbeaten, maybe get a few draws in there, but just don't lose any games and win by the biggest margin possible, or the biggest margin ever. And I want Liverpool to break all kinds of records. At this moment, I think that the league title is safe to say that it's done. And I want to be greedy. I just want Liverpool to break as many records as possible. And if your favorite team were in the same position, I'm sure that all the fans would want the same as well. So let me know, what do you think about this extraordinary weekend, the Premier League. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Goodbye.